From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Naira Ahmed. The Iranian military will decide the timing, nature, and scale of the country's proportionate response to the U.S. attack on Iran. Iran's United Nations ambassador made the comments to an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council, noting the United States decided to destroy diplomacy with its attack on Iran's nuclear sites. UN Security General Antonio Guterres told the meeting called by Iran that the world risks descending into a rat hole of retaliation after retaliation. Prime Minister Mark Carney is calling for de-escalation after the U.S. strikes.
In a social media post, Carney says the U.S. military action was designed to alleviate threats posed by Iran, but the situation in the Middle East remains highly volatile. He says stability in the region is a priority while calling on parties to get back to the negotiating table to find a diplomatic solution. Lisa Laporte, The Canadian Press.
Much of the global reaction to the U.S. strikes echoed calls for diplomacy, though many nations also made note of the dangers of Tehran's nuclear program. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is calling U.S. and Israeli attacks on Iran 100% justified, while Iranian Canadians say their family members back home are living from one bomb to another. The Prime Minister is in Europe alongside Foreign Affairs Minister Anita Anand for EU and NATO summits this week. Anand spoke in Brussels after briefing Carney on the volatile situation in Iran.
Over the past decades, Iran has been developing its nuclear capacity, and it is a source of grave instability in the region.
Anand is reminding Canadians in the region to register with Global Affairs Canada to receive country-specific information, including available travel options. Global Affairs Canada says while the Iranian airspace is closed in the conflict, land border crossings into Turkey, Armenia, and Azerbaijan are possible options for Canadians attempting to leave Iran. Back at home, an Environment Canada meteorologist says a heat dome over Ontario and Quebec is causing wild weather across much of Canada. The weather agency warns areas in British Columbia could face heavy showers, and over some of the highway summits, the possibility of wet snow. The prairies are also experiencing colder than normal temperatures and severe thunderstorms. The dangerous heat levels are expected in parts of Ontario and Quebec, hitting their daytime highs on Monday and Tuesday, with temperatures rising above 30 degrees Celsius and a humidex making it feel more like 40 to 45 degrees, depending on the region. And former Liberal Cabinet Minister John McCallum has died at age 75. A mainstay of 21st century Canadian politics, the former Cabinet Minister served for 3 different Liberal Prime Ministers. McCallum's career spanned decades of public service and private sector achievements, earning him respect from politicians on both sides of the aisle. He is survived by his wife Nancy, their 3 sons, and 6 grandchildren. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, Game 7 of the NBA Finals goes tonight between the Oklahoma City Thunder and Indiana Pacers. Indiana forced the winner-take-all game with the big-time bounce-back effort on Thursday, thumping Oklahoma City 108-91. This is the first Game 7 since the 2016 NBA Finals. The Toronto Blue Jays' afternoon finale of their 3-game series against the Chicago White Sox ended with a loss. The White Sox rallied past the Jays 4-2. Both teams each won 7-1 in the 2 previous games. Toronto's off tomorrow before beginning a road trip with stops in Cleveland and Boston. Montreal Roses FC takes on Vancouver Rise FC in the lone game of the Northern Super League today. Montreal looks to extend its winning streak to 3 games and take first place in the league standings back from AFC Toronto. Vancouver aims to snap a 3-game winless skid. Montreal won their previous matchup 2-0 on June 7th. And the final round of the PGA Tour's Travelers Championship is underway. From the Canadian Press, I'm Naira Ahmed.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.